by the rivers of Babylon. Yeah, we sat down and we cried when we remembered Jerusalem. We were sick, Lord, near to dying. Oh,
Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom to everyone. Welcome to Kita Ivrit. This is the Hebrew class. This is, I believe, episode 5, you said, right? Episode 5. Amen. So what we're going to do today, we're going to review some of the things that we've been going over the last few weeks. We've been doing what we have on the board, yeshli, ainli, right? And the pattern that follows it. So you could take that word yesh, which means there is, or you could replace it with ain. So in this list right here, we see yeshli, yeshlaka, yeshlak, yeshlo, yeshla, yeshlanu, yeshlakem, yeshlaken, yeshlahem, and yeshlahen. You could take that word yesh and put ain, which is a negation. I don't have. Ainli, I do not have. Ain lacha, you do not have, speaking to a male, one male, singular. Ain lach, right? Ain lo, ain la. Ain lanu, we do not have. Ain lakem. Ain laken, ain lahem, and ain lahen, right? So remember, Hebrew follows a pattern that in most cases don't change. If you can memorize this pattern right here, then you'll be good when you start getting into verbs and stuff like that. Nouns, this pattern doesn't change. It's very helpful with your Hebrew learning, right? So that's one of the things that we did. We did numbers also, right? Y'all remember the numbers? So I'm going to put a list up here. But we actually went all the way up to 20. So on the left, in the blue, you see the masculine numbers, echad, shanaim, shalosha. Now, what's funny about this is, right, with the numbers, the masculine sounds like it should be feminine, right? Because most of them end in ah, they end in hey, but these are the masculine. The masculine sounds like they should be feminine. So the masculine is echad, shnaim, shlosha, arba'a, chamisha, shisha, shiv'a, shmona, tisha, asara. The feminine, achat, shtaim, shlosh, arba, chamesh, shesh, sheva, shmone, tesha, and eser. And then when you get to the double numbers, like 11 and 12, 13, then you say achad esre, shtaim esre. So you see it says eser. Eser is 10, right? But when you get to 11, you have to say esre. Achat esre, shtaim esre, shlosh esre, arba esre, chamesh esre. Same thing with the masculine. But that asara turns into asar. Echad asar, shnaim asar, shlosha asar, arba'a asar, chamisha asar. Right? And then you see on the right column, you know, every Shabbat when we go through the Torah readings and we call up the readers, I say the first reader, second reader, third reader. So we have Rishon, which is the first. Sheni is the second. Shalishi, the third. Revi'i, the fourth. Chamishi, Shishi, Shvi'i. And that's what we say Yom HaShvi'i. Shvi'i is what? Yom, the seventh. So this is Yom HaShvi'i. This is the seventh day of the week. But again, Yom HaShvi'i doesn't always mean it's a Shabbat. It could be the seventh day of CHOKMAH, so which landed on a Wednesday. So it could be Yom Revi'i, but also Yom Hashmini, Hashvi'i, slakli. If y'all understand that, right? That makes sense, right? Right? So, and then you got Shemini, like Shemini Atzeret, the 8th day, right? Tishi'i, the 9th, and Asiri, the 10th. So we're just going over some review of the things that we did before we get into the lesson. Now, this lesson is not really for you guys because I'm pretty sure y'all already know how to read the script, right? You know how to read the script? Good. I know Heath and Elimelech, they have no problem reading the script. So if y'all don't know how to read the script, if this is your introduction to script letters, this is going to be a good lesson for you. We had, let me see if I could find my list. I cannot find it right now, but this right here, this is the Aleph Beit. We have what we read in the books on the left, the modern print, right? And then we also have the block letters, which I do not teach in my class. And then we have the script letters. This chart right here, if you can, take a picture, snap a shot, do whatever you want. But this right here is very helpful. If you want to learn how to write in block, write script, this is the chart right here. So this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to teach y'all how to read in script. Kidani, you know how to read script? Okay, great, great. So this is going to be an easy lesson for y'all. I don't expect y'all to really participate in this. This is more for beginners. So if y'all want to excuse yourselves, y'all can. But this is for the ones who do not know the script Aleph Beit, right? No, you could definitely have a seat for sure. Or if y'all want to just sit and relax and just, enjoy the quietness of the room, y'all can do so. So yeah, again, in script, this is how we write in Hebrew. We use the script. A lot of teachers teach the block. I don't teach the block, right? The script is easier. If you want to learn how to write the block, like I said, here it is right here. You can take it home. You could teach yourself. Or you could get, and this is the thing about, not every Hebrew teacher is going to have the same method. Everyone has their own different method and styles of teaching, right? And I'm going to drill these guys later, right? I'm going to give them a test because they said they know. So I'm going to test them later. But they better be on point too. I don't want to hear no stutters or anything, But so a lot of the times, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, this is what we use when we write. This is how I was brought up. When I was in school in Israel, we didn't do block letters. We did script. I have a whole textbook on just script because it's for beginners. But also, this is how you write, right? You read in that modern print that's on the left. If you want to, like I said, learn every script in the Hebrew. If you want to practice the script, the block, the ancient, do it on your free time. So here it is. Take a picture, do whatever you need. But what we're going to do, we're going to get into this lesson. So if you have, and this is where I'm going to need y'all participation, because if you don't know the letters, you're going to learn it. But most of y'all know the simple letters. What letter is this here? Aleph. Now, what I'm going to do is this. We're not going to go over the names of the vowels. I'm just going to give y'all the sounds of the vowels. We'll do the names of the vowels another lesson. If you know it, call it out. If you don't, then it's not important right now. So long as you know the sound of the vowel. So what letter is this? The Aleph? Okay. Now, what's special about the Aleph? It's silent. Absolutely. It's silent. It's a silent letter just like what? Ayin. Ayin is a silent letter. So I'm going to take this letter and I'm going to add, what letter is that? Beit. So if I did this, and that's the ah sound. We're not going to get into the names of them. So if I wanted to, how would I read this? Because we know that The bait has the b sound, right? Aleph is silent until it has a vowel. So this would be ab, which means father. So ab is father. Aleph, beit, aleph. How do you say that? Just call it out. It doesn't matter. Abba. What does that mean? Father. Same thing, right? I'm sorry. Call out the letter as I write it. What letter is this? What letter is this? The first one? The second one? There's no vowels there. But he guessed it. And that's a great guess because reading without vowels is important as well, right? So here we go. We're going to start slow. E. E. Ma. Aleph is silent. So you can't give it a property. You can't give it a vowel sound. It's just E. Ma. Would it be the same if I did this? Does it sound the same? Absolutely. It doesn't mean mother anymore, though. Right? So Ima with a aleph is mother. Mother or mom. Okay? What letter is this? How do you say that? What? What letter is this? What's the second letter? Veit. Bav. Bav. This is the V sound. This is the B sound. And remember, we're reading from right to left in Hebrew. The first letter is a aleph, second letter is a resh, the last letter is a tzadeh sofi. How do we say this? So the first thing we want to do is tackle the first eretz, right? So we have and then we have to put these two together. Retz, eretz, eretz, which means land, right? Beautiful. Okay, let me give y'all some hard ones because y'all turn it up. Y'all want to turn it up? Okay, here. What letter is this? Tav. Right. And the last letter? Dalet. Dalet. Gimel is like this. Okay, so Tav, Lamed, this is the Tav, this is the Lamed, Mem, Yod, Dalet. And let me erase this so y'all don't think they're vowel sounds. How do we say this? So now, this is the thing with the shwa. Y'all see this? These two dots? Y'all know that's a shwa. It's silent, but it also creates syllables. So the thing with this one here, we're going to go slow. And it's the same way you teach a child how to read English when you're doing phonics. You tackle one letter at a time. Sometimes you have to tackle two letters at a time. So in this case, we have to deal with these two first. So the Tav has the t sound, T. The Lamed, of course, the L sound. So this vowel under here is the ah sound. So we go ta, ta. And then we have the lamed with the shwa, which doesn't really give a sound. Some people say ta la, and that's okay, but we say tal. Tal. So then when you get that, then you only have one vowel for these three letters here. So that means you're going to put them all together. How do we say that? Mead. Mead. Talmeed. And what does Talmeed mean? Student. That is a male student. Right? This is the same word. Talmidah. This is a female student. I'm sorry. This is a word we see a lot. Ashir. 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 All right, let me see something. Ashir means what? Which that. Yeah, it's giving context to something. How about this? Ashir. Right, it's ashir, but it changes the meaning. So spelling is very important in Hebrew. Spelling is everything. So, I mean, if you're speaking, of course, I don't know how you're spelling it when you're saying it, because we didn't learn how to spell when you were 2 years old and your parents were talking to you. But as you study, you're like, okay, because you could spell anything any type of way. But when you're spelling in Hebrew, it's very important that you spell it correctly, or you will change the meaning. You'll be talking. So this right here, ashir, means what? This ashir. It means I will sing. You know how we sing Zed HaShabbat. Ashir Shir Chadash. Sameach Ani Ashir Shir. We say ashir. Shir, I will sing. Ashir, shir, I will sing a song. And then we say chadash, I will sing a new song. Ashir, shir, chadash, I will sing a new song because I am happy. Sameach ani. Right? Okay, let me give you a hard letter. What letter is this? Chet. Chet. Dalet. Lamed. Sound it out. Chadal. Chadal. What does that mean? No. Chadal, stop. Stop. Chadal. I heard that a whole lot growing up. Chadal. And for a girl, you say kidli. Kidli. And of course, this is the command form. There is another word that they use to mean stop. Right? Chadal, chidli. So again, remember, Hebrew is a gender-based language. So a lot of the things that you could say to a male, you cannot say to a female. So we have to remember that. I love writing this letter. What letter is this? Lamed. What does that say? Read it. It says lamed. Lamed. Lamad means lamad, to study or to learn. Right? When we start getting into verbs, then we will have to do what to this? What's conjugate? The C word. That's the word that everybody's afraid of. Conjugate. Right? But it's fun. You lose a few brain cells, but it's fun. Conjugate. What letter is this? Samech. It's what we all need. Salach. Salach. This is forgiveness. Forgive. Salach. We say salach lanu. So salach lanu. Forgive us. Forgive us. Right, we sing it all the time. Salach lanu. Here's the letter that everyone gets mixed up. First letter, Gimel. Second letter, Dalet. Third letter, Wav. Last, Lamed. And I didn't even write the vowels in there. Ga, Dol. Ga, Dol. Great or big. Gadol. What if we did this? Gadolah. Right? Gadolah. And that is the female version. So if you said you saw Ish Gadol or Isha Gadolah, that's a big man or a big woman. Big gal them. Right? Ish Gadol, Isha Gadolah. And we learned today from Chief Meku's teaching that there is nothing wrong with it. Everybody need love. Hallelujah. Right. Let's see. So now, what letter is this? Zayin. Beautiful. What's the numerical value of Zayin? No. Wow, y'all all said that in unison. Wrong and strong. 7. 10 is Yod. I just wanted to quiz y'all. What letter is this? What letter is this? Kaf. Resh. Zakar. Zakar. Male. So we say zakar when something is masculine or male. And then we have a word called n. So again, this is a noon, and it's the shwa under the noon. So you're just going to pronounce the sound of the letter n, n, and then the second letter is what? Kuf. And we say it has the qu sound, as in queen. Some people say k. They would say nekhe. We say nekwe. The third letter is a vate, and it has the a sound under it, right? So nekweva. And the hey is at the end of this letter, this word, but you're not going to say nekweva. It's just nekweva. And this means what? Female or feminine. Right? So zakar is male, nekweva is female. Or nekheva. Some people say nekheva. Here's a word that we use all the time. Bavachwasha. Bavachwasha. So we use it for please. Bavachasha. Bavachasha. Right? Please. So the word bequesh, this word right here in the middle, bequash, it means request. So this literally means b is in or in the. Remember that from the Baklam? This literally means in requesting. But we use it for bavachosha, means please. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Nah. Please. Please. It's the same thing. That's what we say, nah, yah. Please. It's the same thing as bavachosha. Nah. It's the same thing. Same thing.
Is there ever a time when one word can mean more than one thing? No, not just that word, but I mean at any time, like. Or multiple words for the same thing.
Like one word have different meanings? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So many. Right. Right. Like when we were talking about the colors. The colors. Sagol. Sagol is purple or violet. The female version of Sagol is Segula. Segula means treasure. It's spelled the same way, spelled the exact same way as purple, Segula. Most High call us his Am Segula, his treasured people. Segula, of course, context, how you're using it. If you're not going to be talking about the Am Segula, the purple people, you know, like, what you talking about? No, the Am Segula, you know, his treasured people, right? So y'all pretty much got y'all. Let me. Here we go. All right, let's go back to this. Let's see if y'all can. So now this is a different script. It's still the script letters, right? But it's a little different. Now, the first letter is a mem and a hey. What is that? Says ma. What does ma mean? Ma. What? Ma means what? And then we have sheen, lamed, wav, mem, kaf, sofi. It looks a little different, right? This was a stencil that I used. This is how they letters look on a stencil. I don't really like it too well, but you know, it is what it is. But that says ma shalom ka. Ma shalom cha. Right? How are you? Yeah, for man. For male. Ma shalom ka. Ma shalomech is for a woman. This says, again, we're reading from right to left. Ma, there's that word ma, what? Ata, and, go ahead, Kenya. That third letter is a tzadeh. Now, y'all know how I usually write my tzadehs. It looks like a 3. So that is a tzadeh. That is a resh, the first letter. Resh, wav, tzadeh, he. Rotse. Mata rotse. Speaking to a man, what do you want? Mata rotse. Speaking to a woman, ma'at rotsa. Ma'at rotsa. Right? Like when an hour comes and I'm playing my video games, I'm like, ma'at rotsa. Lecky. I don't say that. But ma'at rotse. What do you want? Somebody read this for me. Now we're getting into verbs with this last letter, this last word, I'm sorry. Well, actually, the last one had a verb as well. Because rotse means what? Want. That is a verb. Ma, he. So that's he, yod, aleph. Don't get confused because it would make you think that aleph has more vowels. There's only one vowel and that's that kirik under the he. The kirik has the E or I sound. So he means what? She. Ma he. What does she? And then we have Aleph, Mem, Resh, He. Amra. Mahi Amra. So that means, what did she say? Mahi Amra. What did she say?
That's past tense, right?
Yeah, that's past tense.
If we was asking what is she saying, be omitted.
Mahi Omeret. Right. What is she saying? So that's when we're getting into the verbs. Now, I think next week we're going to do an introduction to the past tense verbs. We're going to do the past tense. And I'm going to ask Kenya, how many conjugations are in the past tense? 9. Absolutely. You remember that. Very good. It's ti, ta, te. Huh? No. Ti, ta, te. Root word. He, nu, nem, nu, tem, ten, u. Right. And that'll all make sense when we do it. But Mahi Amra is, what did she say? There's that word again. Ma, at, o. You see the ayin next to with the wav. The ayin doesn't have a vowel, so you have to use the vowel for the next word, the next letter. I'm sorry. So o. Look at this. That's a scene. That's a scene. Osa. Ma at osa. Ma at osa. If I ask you ma at osa, ma at osa. You're doing a few things right now. What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Ma at osa. At your shevet, you're sitting. What else are you doing? Probably at shevet, you're thinking. Right? He shoma'at, she's listening. Right? She's hearing. She's doing a few things. So if somebody say, "Yo, what you doing?" Nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're never doing nothing. You're doing something. You're thinking. You're sitting. You're staring. You're glaring. Whatever it is. I didn't mean to give y'all a verb lesson today. Right?
It's always going to happen something.
That's the inevitable. Yeah. It's the inevitable to get into verbs. People try to stay off of that. The verb Hebrew lesson is like trying to avoid the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Nobody wants to go down south and take the Chesapeake Bridge. If you want to get there faster, you got to take that bridge. And it's not even that bad now. It used to be scarier back in the day. Yeah. People would drive they'd take the extra 2 hours just to avoid that bridge. People take the extra 2 hours just to avoid the verb lesson, but you cannot avoid verbs in Hebrew. You just can't do it. It's impossible. It's hard to even say a sentence without having a verb in it. Right? Johnny went to the store. Went is a verb. Try saying a sentence without a verb. It's very difficult. Say that again. Johnny what? Johnny store. That's not a sentence.
The apple is purple.
The apple is purple. The apple is purple. The apple. Well, that is a sentence. Congratulations, sir. All right, so let's get back to basically just learning how to read the script, because I want y'all to really take hold of the script letters. So again, this letter here is what? Dalet. Dalet and Gimel. Right. Now, what's the trick with the Gimel? If you can do this and it makes a G, then you know you did it the right way. I sure did teach you that trick. Right? So that is dog. Dog is what? Fish. Dog is fish. This is a kaf, this is a lamed, and this is a veit. Kaf, lamed, veit. Kelev. Very good. What is kelev? Dog. Shin, mem, ayin. Remember, the ayin is silent. So you're going to join these two together. So you tackle the first one. It has a shwa as a vowel. So, and this is a sheen. Why is it a sheen? Because the dot is on the right side. So this is sh. Shema. Shema. Shema means what? Listen or to hear. Do me a favor. Tell them to lower their voices in there. Shema means to listen or hear. Oh. Rachad. Rachad. What does that word mean? If I'm spelling it the right way, it should mean. Is that what you got?
Me?
Yeah, you looking it up?
Oh, no, I was texting my niece.
Rachad.
Y'all told me to be quiet. That's where you listen.
Oh, maybe I spelled it wrong. No, I believe I spelled it wrong. I did spell it wrong. But if you were reading this, it still says Rachad. But that definitely doesn't mean dance. So everyone online, I spelled it wrong. What letter should be there? Kuf. Rachad. Rachad. Lirchod. Lirchod. אני רוצה לרחוד. אני רוצה לרחוד לנגינה. What does that mean? Lirchod. Cain. Lirchod. To dance. Lirchod. To dance. אני רוצה לרחוד. I want to dance to the music.
So dance would be
Dancing. Roched. 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 Because remember, you have to conjugate the verb. We're not going to talk about that yet. Because we're going to, listen, I love verbs. Once we get into verbs, it's serious. Okay? Eli Millet. Oh, never mind. Now, if you see this letter, right? Now, one of them has a dot, one doesn't. You should always assume that it is a what? So this is a sheen, mem, and either sheen or seen. Which one is it? It's a sheen. If it does not have a dot, you should automatically assume it's a sheen. Okay, what does this say? Shemesh, sun. Y'all pretty much got this. So y'all learning how to read, right? Y'all learning how to read the script letters. Anyone online having difficulty, I'm gonna put this up one more time just so y'all can see it. So you can take a picture of this. Again, in this class, we teach the script letters. Okay? Say that again. I didn't hear you. Right. So, Chief Uz is not here, but the Ivrit Chaya, that's the Ivrit Chaya. It's called Modern Hebrew. Ivrit Chaya by Harry Blumberg, right? The same author. Same author. So, the Ivrit Chaya is a great book. It's called Modern Hebrew by Harry Blumberg, Blumberg, right? If you can find that online, if you can find it on Amazon, they have questions online. Well, what's their questions? What year is this script? This is a modern script. Just like the script that we read in the Hebrew is also modern. The script that we read in the books.
I think he's referring to the ones you pulled up that looked a little bit different.
What?
That question was.
Well, yeah, actually.
Remember when you pulled up the little sentences like ma, osa, and stuff?
Oh, that was from a stencil. If they're talking about the script that I pulled up, this came from a stencil that I purchased on Amazon. Are you talking about this script right here? Yeah. If they were talking about this is just from stencils. Again, not everyone writes different. Everyone's handwriting is different. So you have to be able to, read it in whatever script everyone writes in. Like if you see my English, I have chicken scratch. It's very hard to read certain people's handwriting. But if you could look at like this Sade, for instance, it looks a little strange, but you could almost tell, okay, it looks like a 3. It should be a Sade. I think that's the question they're asking, right?
Yeah, no, Sha'atio halfway answered it. Said something about a stencil.
Oh yeah, that was a stencil that I purchased. Any other questions online? Okay. But yeah, here's the script again. So we have them, and this is all modern Hebrew. So I want y'all to understand this. Everyone online, what we read in the books is modern. What we write is modern. Block or script, it's all modern Hebrew. Okay? Don't ask me what year. Don't ask me what dynasty. Just learn the language. I don't get into all of that funky business. Yeah, because people will people want to know. Okay. But nah, we not getting into all that. We're going to learn the language. And, right, we're not going to get into all that other stuff. So, let's speak a little bit now. So Chief Uz is not here to put the camera on, but that's okay. The book is called Modern Hebrew. It says Modern Hebrew in English, but then it also says Ivrit Chaya. Chaya means actually the living, right? The living Hebrew, the living language. Ivrit Chaya. You know what? I did have one more thing I wanted to show y'all before we started speaking. This is what I wanted to show y'all. The personal pronouns. the personal pronouns. I, you masculine, you feminine, him, she, we, you masculine plural, you feminine plural, they masculine, and they feminine. So this is something that you have to attribute to your memory. Put this in your arsenal. We always use ani. Ani does not have any gender. Ani does not have gender. So I could say ani. A female could say ani. And then you say you. We have ata. So I'm going to just say a few things with these pronouns. These are the personal pronouns again. Ani רוצה ללכת לישון. אני רוצה ללכת לישון, כי אני עייף מאוד. אני רוצה ללכת לישון, כי אני עייף מאוד. I want to go to sleep because I am very tired. אני רוצה ללכת לישון. Right? I want to go to sleep because I am very tired. Ani. So now, ata. Let's use ata. I'm going to ask a question. Again, the way you speak in English is the same way you speak in Hebrew. You can say, you hungry? You hungry. Right? So I just said, you hungry? There's a question, but then I'm telling you, you hungry. Because I see your stomach, your ribs is touching. So the same way you do the same thing in Hebrew. The way you speak is the way people are going to understand whether you're speaking, unless you're speaking in a monotone. We don't speak like that. All right? So, ata rotsa galita? That's wrong. I just said masculine and feminine in the same sentence. Aha. Y'all better listen. Right. Y'all heard ice cream and y'all was like, hey, we want ice cream. But what I said was ata rotsa. Y'all should have stopped me right there. Ata and rotsa don't go together. Right. Ata rotse galita and at rotsa galita. So I did that purposely because I wanted to see if y'all was gonna catch it. So now, if you ata rotsa galita, something might not be right. Something ain't right. I said, do you want ice cream? So I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to say it the correct way. At rotsa galita? At rotsa galita? Said it. No. You would say, so now I want you to answer me. You would say, Cain, ani rotsa. Okay. So now I'm going to say it again. Ha'at rotsa galita. You would say, Cain, ani rotsa galita. Galita. Mm-hmm. Right. So I said, do you want ice cream? She said, yes, I want ice cream. So now, we use ata, which is you, and we use at. So now we see this young man. He is hu ayef me'od. Hu ayef. Okay, hu ayef me'od. So no, I'm looking at Mikael. As soon as you say people's name. So who is he? He is she. Who holech? Who holech? He is walking. Came. Or he is leaving. He is going. And then we have he. Remember, he is she. We had this word. They don't use it anymore. It's an old word. Kwamzan and kwamzana. It means greedy. Greedy. They don't use that word anymore. They have all these new modern words. So
Is that in replace of shalom, or is that?
no. Greedy.
Oh, greedy. I thought you
Yeah.
said greedy. I'm sorry.
No. Greedy. Right. Greedy. Like you always want to eat. Kwamzan and kwamzana. Right. So she would say, "Ata kwamzan," and that means you're greedy. You always want to eat. But they don't use that. I think they use khamdan or khamdana. But he kwamzana. She is greedy. He yafe. You would say he yafa. She is pretty. He yafa. She is pretty. He yafa me'od me'od. Now when you put the me'od, you put emphasis. She is, woo. She's hot stuff. Right. He yafa me'od me'od. Sha'altiel wants me to explain where the script letters come from. I don't know the origin of the script letters, my brother. Use Google. Use Google, Sha'altiel.
One definition of Kwamzan is niggard.
Is what?
Niggard. But then the other ones is more like it mean like me.
Hold on, say that again.
One of the definitions for Kwamzan is niggard.
Look at Kamdan. Look at greedy. Just look up greedy and see what they say in a dictionary.
I like that last definition the most.
What did you put? Khe or kuf?
Oh wait, Kamdan is greedy. But what was the other one you said before?
They have Kamdan, right?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
You said something else from the past. You said Kwamzan.
Kwamzan and Kwamzana.
Yeah. Yep.
And the meaning is changed now, right?
Well, it's like stingy, cheapskate, greedy.
Stingy.
Or like, so if you think
Okay.
about it, right?
Yeah,
So
it's the
like
same thing.
stingy-
If you look in the Ben Yehuda, it does have greedy in there.
Right. So
But that word is not popular anymore. Any other questions online? Not from Sha'altiel? Okay, we have anachnu, which is we. Anachnu, we. Anachnu lomdim ivrit. We are learning Hebrew. Anachnu lomdim ivrit achshav. We are learning Hebrew now. Anachnu lomdim ivrit. Lomdim from the word lamad. And that is a conjugation of the word lamad. And we'll explain that when we get into verbs. Anachnu lomdim ivrit. We are learning Hebrew achshav now. Right? Anachnu rotzim gelida. We want ice cream. Anachnu rotzim ma. Chesef. Harbe chesef. You are money? You are money? Alrighty. We have atem. Atem is like saying y'all. You all. You, masculine plural. And we're speaking to males. Or males and females. Now, this is where it gets a little difficult, but if there's a room full of men and women, I could say atem. Okay? Atem muchanim. Are you all ready? Atem. But if there's just a room, if there's all women, I cannot say atem. I have to say aten. Right? And then we have hem. Hem or hema. Hema is not written there, but hema you could see in the Torah. Hem or hema. That is they, masculine. And then we have hain or haina. And you can see both of these examples in the Torah. Right? Mahasha'a. We have Chamesh Dachot. Chamesh Dachot. 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 Dachwa is a minute, right? Or rega. Yeah, I think Ooze put a timer on it, so we're good. Any questions online as far as the I believe so. Any questions as far as the reading the script e-read? The reason I did this lesson was that when you see me writing stuff like this, you don't fall behind and be like, what is that? Because I'm not gonna always have the explanation like this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do the ma shalom cha. I'm not gonna write that, the Hebrewish, right? I just did it for now. I usually don't do that. Here's some prepositions. These are a lot of these lessons we're going to get into, but I don't want to just bombard y'all with so much. We're going to start easy, nice and easy, right? Again, let me put this up here. So this is the end of the class. I hope y'all learned something from it. Take a picture of this. Learn your letters. Go back and study them. Write each letter, okay? This is what you want to do. You want to go home. You want to write the letter. Aleph. Let me make this a little smaller. Aleph. Aleph. Beit. 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 Practice your letters. Gimel. 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 Until you get good at it. Dalet. 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 Hey. Hey. I had to write this 100 times. 100 times. Wow was the easiest one. It's just a straight line.
I think you should make Cayman do that.
Zion. 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 Chet. 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 Yod. 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 Kaf. 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 You got to practice. That's it. Kaf. Kaf. And then you get good at it, and you start learning how to write. Ani רוצה ללמוד עברית. אני רוצה ללמוד עברית. I want to learn עברית. אני רוצה לכתוב עברית. I want to write עברית. So it's just all about practicing, right? Again, just practice the letters. And again, this is the This is the column that we're talking about. Let me use the highlighter.
Are y'all paying attention or y'all?
No, they got it. They pretty much got it. Yeah, they on point. In this class, we're going to do script. If you want to learn the block on your own, do your block letters. Do whatever it is that you do. All right,
Talk back to the teacher.
You know what? I think next week, I've been trying to avoid it, but I can't avoid it anymore. We will start verbs. We will start the verbs. Now, this is what I want y'all to do.
Suggestion, Moreh?
Yes, sir.
I think you should give a quiz.
Like right
See
now.
if they know this
We've
stuff.
already been quizzed.
A quiz?
Yeah, like write it. All right, write your alphabet and script next week, and then you grade it.
You know what? So for all the people online, Ooze, how many people online right now?
We got 32 right now.
32 people online. What I want y'all to do is I want y'all to, if y'all are able to submit,
Give them our email address,
info@baitdcb.org. He's going to write it. This is your homework for the online people, and especially Sha'altiel. Especially Sha'altiel. I want y'all to write your Aleph Beit. And I want you to submit it just like this. I want to see Aleph, Aleph. And I want it neatly, not like I'm doing. Aleph, Aleph, Beit, Beit, Gimel, 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 Gimel.
Do you want them to do bait, or do you want them to just do bait?
They can just do bait. Y'all don't have to do vait as well. But I want to see every letter. Now, when we get to the funky letters like the face or feet, it takes practice. It takes practice. The lamed as well. Lamed, lamed, lamed. Tzadeh sofit, tzadeh sofit. So this is what I want. And I want it neat. If you have to use 2 pieces of paper, do it. But I want you to submit it to info@beitdcb.org. BEIT DCB. And just put Hebrew study or Hebrew homework. I'm going to check it. I want to see what y'all doing out there. So everyone, I can't teach you any more than I have taught you as far as the script letters. Now you have to go home and study it. Study your writing. And then what we'll do is we'll have another lesson on more of the vowels, the names of the vowels, and the correct pronunciation of the vowels. And then we, like we did today, we were reading. Oh, wow. So feet. What about the feet, Sha'atia?
Part of the homework? That's a question. Are they a part or
They are. They are. So we have the mem sofit. Oh, that's nice. That's not nice. The mem sofit, the noon sofit, the fe sofit, sare sofit, and what else? What's the other sofit? I'm missing one.
You said fade, you got fade,
Mem 5. It's 5. Oh, we slipping. We all slipping. All right, let's do it. Aleph, Beit, Veit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Waw, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yo, Kaf. Kaf Sofit. Kaf Sofit. This is the Kaf Sofit. All right? So, King. Okay, Kaf Sofit. Okay. Sha'atiel's on point. I want to see your homework, Sha'atiel. So, again, we have the Mem Sofit, the Nun Sofit, the Kaf Sofit, Tzareh Sofit, and the Fe Sofit. It's 5 of them. Sofiot. Okay, so this is something to work on. We all have a lot of time during the week to do this. We have lunch breaks. You know, we have your Yom Rishon. If you want to learn this, don't not do it. Do it once a day, okay? This is your language. This is your language, people. Learn it. Amen. Achita hazot nigmara. This class is finished. Amen, amen. Shabbat shalom. I know that was
Let's get knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We'll do our standing. All praises to the Most High, His laws and commandments. The hot CHOKMAH BINAH here to push it through your speakers. Judgment, truth, and love should be coming from the leaders. Yeah, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We'll do our standing. All praises to the Most High, His laws and commandments. The hot CHOKMAH BINAH here to push it through your speakers. Judgment, truth, and love should be coming from the leaders. Yeah.